Hey, what's up, Mr. Campbell? Talk to me.
Hey, man, I had to pull the escalator over for this. Can you hear me? Am I good?
I can hear you.
Bro, I had to pull the escalator over. First of all, let me say to my man from Birmingham, let me explain something to you. If Birmingham was all that, Alabama and Auburn would still be playing in Birmingham. They ass got the hell out of Birmingham damn near 20 years ago. So we can end all that talk about how great Birmingham is. And guess what? If you give me a free trap place to stay, I might hang out there for 2 days in the Escalade. So I don't want to hear nothing about no greatness of Birmingham. Let me, first of all, Jackson, Mississippi is going to have 25,000 people from West and North Jackson that's going to walk up and buy tickets for Southern and Jackson State. So let's be clear on that. So why am I going to drive all the way to Birmingham when my boy over there on Valley Street can walk to the stadium with him and his boys and go to the game? That's 20,000 people right there, man. What are you talking about? So then you're going to tell me to go to Leisure Field where the white folks don't even want to go. But you're going to say that's good for me. Okay. I don't know where we do that at, but I'm going to tell you something. I live in Atlanta, went to family, but I'm from Jackson. Us Jackson folks, we know a little bit better than that. And we don't get hustled by white folks. Just to let y'all know down there in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay? So I just want to let you know how we roll. Because I'm going to be Jackson all day on this. So now, let's get back to the facts. Why would Jackson State? This is going to be Shedeur Sanders' senior year. This boy will possibly have 3 or 4 Player of the Year awards. And this is going to be the biggest season of HBCU football. And you're talking about a Steve McNair scenario. And you're going to move one of the biggest games to Birmingham so I can go play in a place that Alabama and Auburn don't want to even play in? What kind of sense does that make? When I can get the same sponsors, because I'm going to tell you how bad Jackson State was. Like he said, the Alcorn, after Perry talked about this, or whoever said, Alcorn and Jackson State didn't even have a sponsor. And then they got a sponsor. Pepsi said, shit, y'all gonna have so many brothers down there drinking Pepsi. Forget Coke, drink Pepsi today. So don't tell me the money cannot be gotten just that quick. For a senior year, and I want everybody to think about this. By the time Shedeur is a senior, that means that Jackson State will have 3 of these great recruiting classes. Jackson State might fuck around and beat Vanderbilt with this type of recruiting class. So why would you move a game like this that's going to have 60,000 people in the stands for everybody to drive to Birmingham and give white folks in Birmingham the money instead of giving black folks in Jackson the money? Makes no sense. I don't care nothing about the math. And I'm telling you guys this, which people from Southern and Grambling know this. Jackson State has played non-conference SWAC games. They played Grambling just a few years ago and said, come on and let's make some money. This thing is about dollars and cents, and nobody's going to tell me this makes any sense to play this game at Birmingham and Shedeur Sanders' senior year. Makes no sense. Every game for Shedeur's senior year, I want everybody to think about this. This is Shedeur's senior year. All the build-up, everything that Jackson's going to have built up. And you're going to say, let's not go to Jackson, let's go to Birmingham. That has no ties to Jackson State and no ties to Southern. Now, this would, to me, if McClellan would have said, hey, guess what? Jerry Jones called me and said he wants to move the Southern and Jackson State game to Jerry World, and we're going to put 80,000 black folks in there. Wouldn't that not make no sense?
That'd be legit.
We can call that the Cowboy Classic.
Ooh.
Now, you think about how many people would come in and get money. That's business to me. If we're going to talk business, let's talk business. So I'm going to go to Birmingham. Because if you're going to farm these games out, because that's what they're saying, they're using this game as inventory. We have excess inventory. Well, let's do it to the highest bidder. Hell, let's go out to L.A. Let's get Dr. Dre to have the Beats Classic.
Ooh, come on, Mr. Campbell, you out here preaching. Whoa,
oh, man.
That's legit.
See, like I said, I keep trying to tell you. See, at FAMU, we catch fish. We don't give fish. We teach people how to fish. So my thing is, for all of this, for McClellan to tell me, because, well, Birmingham gave me a free building, and that's what you're going to give them back, that don't add up, bro. That's not an even trade. That's not an even trade. That is a swindle trade. Okay, they gave you a building for $1. Hell, I'll give you a building for 10 to keep it in Jackson. I mean, come on, man. This makes no sense. So, you know, they can say that. And my thing is, then Mo calls him, which I respect Mo. But even the Alabama schools don't even want to do the deal. That should tell you something. They're in Alabama. And what they most say? No, we're not coming to Birmingham. So why in the hell, if you in Alabama and you don't want to come to Birmingham, why should I go? I just seen somebody else that makes sense to me. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better watch how FAMU move. FAMU going to play a bunch of games in Florida. We ain't going nowhere without a check, bruh. We've been doing that shit for 50 years. We play in Jacksonville. We play in Orlando. But guess what? There's a thing. Tallahassee, Florida, Florida. We play in Florida. We don't go play in Alabama. See? Come on, man. So that's all I'm trying to get you guys to understand. And the Jackson State folks have a right to be upset, the Southern folks, because this is a game, like he says. I grew up in Jackson. You got people that I'm telling you, my mother, grandmother, grandfather, all them, if they don't go to any other game, they going to Southern's game.
Yeah.
People from Baton Rouge are going to come. I know people from Baton Rouge right now just because I met them at that game. This is a difference. You don't give that game up. You don't give that inventory up. So my question is, McClellan, tell me why we can't have the Dallas Cowboy Classic in Dallas with Southern and Jackson State compared to being in Birmingham. And I'll leave it at that. If he can give me a better answer, I will pay that dollar for that rent down in Birmingham for him for the next season. So that's all I got to say, Scotty. So,
man.
To my Jackson State folks, I'm upset. All the SWAC is upset about this. Because we want good games to be with. Because you know what? Hold on. I just thought about this.
Yeah.
We talk about atmosphere, right? Atmosphere makes a difference.
Facts.
When we saw Jackson State and Southern, and that thing got crunk up down there, when we saw Alcorn and Jackson, because of the atmosphere made those games. Those games would not be the same if they were played somewhere else. Now it's different with FAMU and Jackson State down in Miami. That's a money game. It's the beginning of the season, and we're not that diehard rival. We're more of, hey, we're new kids on the block, and Jackson State is old heads and say we're gonna knock them off. It's a different vibe. But when you're talking about these traditional SWAC rivalries, you got to play them games on campus, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I say, if you're gonna we got to go where the money resides. Take me down to Jerry World, man. That's it, bro. So listen, I got the people behind me. They want the escalator to get out the middle of the street, but I had to pull over, bro. I had to pull over and tell them. That's it, dog.
Hey, Mr. Gamble, appreciate the call, man. That's some bars.
I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for